Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Kate Forbes was more or less ripped a new one yesterday. You see, she stood there and was highlighting and praising Scotland's investment in green energy, renewables, the new economy and all that. And all that guff, really. But there were questions asked, and the questions were very pointed. First of all, people were complaining that this may have been, a wonderful thing that they're trying to push, saying, but Scotland's got a terrible history when it comes to investing in things. For example, investing in Ferguson Marine, which is going to cost billions by the end. Investing in the DRS, which could cost another billion in the end, another failed scheme. The Scottish National Investment Bank, which is another failed scheme. ScotRail, which is costing way more than anyone ever envisaged, and etc. And then it was pointed out that the very thing that Kate Forbes was praising yesterday, the renewals, is actually vastly more expensive than it should have been and isn't generating a single penny in profit. Far from it. It's costing the nation, it's going to be billions, isn't it? Again, because all these big wind choppers that went up, bird choppers or other, that went up, cost a lot of money, and they were paid for at the expense of the Scottish people, not just in monetary terms, of course, but in the land grabs that went on to get them, and then the destruction of biospheres where animals previously lived, or millions, billions probably of animals killed just to put these up. And they don't generate as much as you think, especially when the wind ain't blowing. But when the wind ain't blowing, people are still having to pay. And all the money, all that profit is going out of the country because they're all owned by foreigners. And even when they sold the offshore ones, they said, this is as much as you got to pay for it, rather than having, let's see how much money we can actually make for it. You can't overestimate how bad the contracts were. And you've got to say well done to the countries who managed to get Scotland to sign these contracts. Oh, yes, well, when the wind ain't blown, we won't be making money, but we can't be having that. So we want Scottish people to pay us even when we're not making electricity for you. And when we are making electricity for you, we want to charge you for that electricity. Great deal there, isn't it? What idiot thought that up? And so basically Kate Forbes had a new corn shoot torn to show that no matter what the SNP do, every single investment they've ever made has cost the Scottish people dearly, and every single one of them has failed, some spectacularly. And yet there she is, smiling and going, hey, aren't we great? Imagine if it was an independent Scotland. Scarcely bears thinking about, doesn't it? How poor would you be now? How desperate? How empty, because everyone will have left. Thanks very much. Bye.